Hi there. I'm Dennis Ross, and I am the ITGS teacher in grade 11 and 12. So I just want to talk to you this evening about the course in general, a little bit about the assessment, and a bit about the resources that are available to help the students get through it. So first of all, obviously, apologies that I can't be there in person. I'm one of the unfortunate teachers stuck waiting for visas. But let's not let that come in our way. Um, so I trained in the UK and started teaching in '98. I first moved to St Andrews International School in Malawi, where I spent 6 years. After that, I moved to China, to Beijing BISS, for 4 years, before moving to Costa Rica for 4 years, and then joined AISJ in 2012. So I've been teaching for quite a while now, and teaching ITGS specifically since 2004. I've been an examiner for ITGS since 2009, a workshop leader teaching other teachers how to teach the subject since 2010, and this year I was made a senior examiner in the subject. So what is ITGS exactly? Well, I like to think of it as the geography of technology. It's a study of how technology is affecting people. Um, so in that sense, it sits in this group 3 of the diploma, the individuals and societies, the social studies area. And how we like to picture the subject is in the form of a triangle. So this triangle is the sort of the way that 3 things join up, specifically the areas of impact, the social ethical issues, and the technology. So what that sort of means is things like education, arts, entertainment, families, government, health, science, business. These are all areas where technology has impacts. And those impacts cause social and ethical issues of privacy, surveillance, protocols, anonymity, such like. So what we're doing is we're taking our technologies that we're studying, here are just a few, and we're then relating them to specific areas of impact to people. Okay, and then these people are the ones who are experiencing these issues. So that's how the sort of course is envisaged, and that would be the sort of overview of it. So we would never have just a lesson on databases, which will always be related to how those are used within, say, for example, governments, and the kinds of issues that those things cause. So the assessment of the course is based around written exams and internally assessed work, IAs. In our case, a project. Written exams are 70% at standard level and 80% at higher level, which means that the project at standard level is 30% and at higher level is 20%. In terms of written exams, the difference is that in higher level, you also do some slight differences in paper 1 and 2, but the main difference is paper 3, which is an annually released case study that the students get pretty much a whole year to study and research around before being asked some questions about it in that last exam paper. The standard levels, they don't need to do that paper 3, they just have 2 papers. But possibly the most sort of interesting, I think, area of assessment is in the project, because that gives the students a chance to identify a problem that they think that they can solve using technology, and then to build that solution. So for example, this year I have students working on things such like the problem of supplies and stock in the science department prep room. One student is creating a database to be able to manage that and hopefully solve the problems. Another student identified the problem of when new students arrive at AISJ, they don't have that much information and maybe are a little bit confused about certain aspects of student life. So they've designed a website to help them solve that problem. So I find that these projects are really satisfying because the students' passion can really come through. Let's talk for a second about resources. I'm whizzing through this because this is the third time I've done this video. The first one was about 20 minutes long, which is... So anyway, I'm going to cut to the chase. Resources wise, OneNote and Finalsite are the main two resources. I just want to show you what I mean by the OneNote. This is the eBlocks class OneNote. So this is shared to all the students. My hope is that they create their own notebook and then they copy through stuff, that everything that I've given them within this shared one, so that they have their own version of these things. And in there you'll find general information right down to the actual ITGS guide, the syllabus if you like, and then specifically every unit there's a brief overview of the unit that details all of the activities the students are going to do, plus all the resources there that are being used within that unit, including all of the presentations I show them during class and such like. So obviously this is available 24 hours a day, anywhere that you are in the world. So I think it's a great thing to, you know, lean over your son or daughter's shoulder and get them to show you what kinds of things they've got in their OneNote. I'm also not the only teacher using this as a way to distribute lesson materials, so I think you'll learn a lot about what's happening in your kids' classes by looking at their OneNote. This year we have Finalsite, and this is the group space for the A block class, the higher level class. Again, this is a worthwhile thing for you to familiarize yourself with, because this is going to grow on a weekly basis and will be the source of all the dates for assessment deadlines and all of these things. Plus, there's another place where resources will be distributed within this resource section. And as you can see, I've linked mine up to relevant RSS streams, so hopefully it will be a place that people can go to sort of kick off a bit of extra reading, a bit of surfing around the subjects. So that's the Finalsite. Okay, being mindful of time and trying not to witter on too long, I'm just going to leave you with my email address here. So if you do have other questions, please just shoot me an email. Hopefully, like I said, I'll be back in South Africa fairly soon and we can meet in person. And I can obviously answer any questions or concerns that you might have then. But if you do have anything, please send me an email and I'll do my best to answer it over email. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and I look forward to meeting you in person soon.